Good morning, and welcome to the Boulder Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. My name is Tad Koriath, he, him. I'm the director of music, and today I get to play service leader too, because it's one of my favorite Sundays of the year, Music Sunday. Today I'm joined by our fellowship choir, Julie Morris, Jorge Palacios, Paul Finkel, as well as my UU Church of Boulder colleague, who also happens to be my wife. Where did she go? Oh, right here. Dr. Emily Koriath. And she brought with her the fabulous Chancel Choir from UUCB. So, thanks as always to our wonderful tech team. Larry Sherwood is back there, Charlie Morris, and Deborah Mensch, who make sure that we sound as great as we can in here and help us to connect to all you Zoomers out there. So, welcome everyone today. Will you take a couple of breaths with me? Welcome to this place, a place that welcomes each of you equally and all of each of you, where we strive to learn from each other, grow with each other, delight in each other, sometimes challenge each other, most of all, value and love each other. Welcome to this time together on this day and hour, set apart from other times of the week, when maybe our defenses can be lowered a little bit, maybe our hearts are primed to be a little more open, when we may allow ourselves to connect with those around us, with our friends, old and new, and those we haven't made yet. Maybe there's even a chance for our minds to relax a little bit, where we can just exhale and let go of some of the confusion and anger and frustration and exhaustion and fear that can so easily build up throughout the week. But it should be said that's could be considered a very natural response to the extraordinary times that we're living in right now. But maybe when we allow some of that clutter to just kind of fall away, we'll find a well of peace and joy and love that's always there waiting for us. Welcome to this time and place where in our darkest hours, hope always lingers because we work to keep it around. So with hearts full of gratitude for each other and the choice that we've made to be here to build this house of hope and love together, let's take a moment to say good morning to those around you. Good morning, those around me. Thank you for being here. Good morning, baby. Okay, thank you, everyone. We will now light our chalice. If you have a chalice at home, you can light it with me as Emily lights our fellowship chalice. Please say the chalice lighting words along with me. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the light of truth, and the energy of action. And now I'll sing our bowl again, inviting to draw us deeper into the present moment and this, our beloved community. And now our opening words this morning are by Michelle Marquardt DeVoe. She writes, "Singing is an act of resistance. When we sing, we defy those telling us we cannot have agency. When we sing, we can express our deepest anger and our greatest delight. There is no more powerful tool than the feeling of your voice leaving your body, vibrations from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. These people who sit here before you give voice where maybe you're voiceless, give permission to exist where maybe there hasn't been, maybe you've been silenced. They can help. We need singing. We need them, and they need you. There is no such thing as a person who cannot sing. You must. And you must learn to do it with all your might, going higher or lower, faster and slower, sustaining and releasing, breathing, movement, tensions. These are all resistance tools. Knowing your body, feeling sensations in a way you've never felt before, so that you can name your joy, name your pain and rage and righteous indignation. Singing isn't just about songs. It's about making waves, literally.
We're going to make some waves together. Singing is an act of resistance. I have been thinking about that so much. Tad and I are really lucky. In about a month, we're going to visit South Africa. Talk about some people who know about singing as resistance. They sang themselves to freedom, right? So did the people of Estonia. So did the people of the American South. Some of you were probably there. There are examples everywhere we look. And there's an example of this in our hymnal. Holly Near is an American singer-songwriter, and her whole career has been dedicated to trying to sing more of us into freedom. And she wrote the song that, in our great hymnal, number 170, "We Are a Gentle, Angry People," in the 1970s after the assassination of Harvey Milk and George Moscone in San Francisco. Holly still performs this song, and now when she performs it, she refers to it as singing for our lives, and you'll see that lyric is in the text. There's a few other changes that she's made to the song. We're going to sing the lyrics as they exist in our hymnal for a couple of reasons, but I do just want to name that there is kind of some binary language. She originally wrote the song in verse 5, "We are gay and straight together," and she has since kind of adapted her thinking around that particular verse. She said, at the time, that's kind of how she thought of it, kind of in this very binary way. And now when she sings that verse, she said, there's this whole spectrum of the expression of sexuality. And she said that now she sings it as "we are all in this together." However, a couple of months ago, we sang this at UUCB, and several people reflected back to me that one of the things that they found particularly meaningful about this song is that explicitly, it was one of the first times in church they got the chance to say, "We are gay and singing together," and there's something incredibly powerful and validating about that. So we're kind of holding both of those truths there. So I just want to particularly say, if you don't see yourself reflected in that binary, I see you and I honor that. And I also want to honor the fact that there's something really beautiful about naming that for those folks who really find power in naming, "We are gay, we are here," that we also want to honor that original language. So it's kind of a both and there, and I recognize that it's beautiful and it may also be painful. So it's one of those moments where we're doing the best we can and we're holding both things, and we love you. Will you rise in body or in spirit? We're going to sing for our lives, friends. The next offering from the choir is written by something of a choral composing celebrity, if you can imagine such a thing. And this is sort of like the peak of nerdery, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's really okay. But Eric Whitacre is his name, and if you know anything about choral music, you may have heard the name Eric Whitacre. And he writes absolutely beautiful choral music, so that's like thing one. But his mystique is enhanced by the fact that he sort of is like a gorgeous human specimen, and he's like really tan, and he has this like flowing blonde hair. And he shows up at these choral music conventions, yes, that's the real thing, with his like skinny jeans and his blazers and his pointy boots and stuff, and he's like takes selfies with everyone. So anyway. So like before virtual choir was a thing that everyone had to do because of the pandemic, Eric Whitacre kind of became a big deal by like I would say probably creating the virtual choir, yeah. So he would write these beautiful pieces of music and then kind of put out a call for anyone in the world to record one of the vocal parts to one of these gorgeous pieces of music and send it back to him. And he would create these composite videos of people from all over the world recording this music and creating something with people they'd never met. And, you know, of course, again, it's all enhanced by the fact that the music is just absolutely lovely and stunning. And a lot of it is so intricate and complex that you can't do it with most choirs. So one of the reasons that Tad and I were drawn to this piece is that it was actually like accessible for our choirs to do, because most of it splits into like 800 parts and you have to have so many people to do it and they all have to be so amazingly good. And these people are amazingly good, and also it was like, okay, this one only has like 6 parts, and so we knew we would be able to do it. Anyway. So you may recall there was this tiny like global pandemic thing that happened. And one of the things that was really difficult. That's such a stupid thing to say, right? One of the things that was really hard for people like us, people who really find a lot of meaning in making music, is that right away they figured out we were among like the most dangerous people, right? They called us super spreaders. And there was this event in Washington State where they had a choir concert and a bunch of people got really sick because they were sharing air, and it's like scientifically proven to be one of the most dangerous things you can do, sharing air with people in the act of singing. And so it was really scary because we had no idea how we were going to do this thing that most of us have been doing our whole lives. You know, when I took my job at UUCB last year, I was like, okay, raise your hand if you've been singing in this choir longer than I've been alive, right? So like when people show up to do choir, it's not, for a lot of people, it's not just like a casual thing. It just becomes like part of your identity, right? So this pandemic, like, you know, a pandemic is a really big deal. And also for people who sing as part of their expression of who they are and part of the way they process the stimulus of being alive in the world, all of a sudden it's like, how do I make meaning? How do I connect to other people? How do I find a way to process being alive when now being alive is like more complicated than it's ever been, ever? And so Eric Whitaker was one of those people, and bless, because he was asking himself these same questions. And lucky for us, he already had a model for this with this virtual choir thing that he had started doing years and years ago. So he wrote a new piece of music with a new text, which I find extremely beautiful, and we'll project it for you so you can follow along while we read it. And the gist of it is that no matter what happens, we're going to find a way to keep doing this thing. It might not look the same, it might not feel exactly the same, and we're going to try to keep asking questions and to keep looking around for solutions and keep asking each other and keep finding ways, right? And I think that's sort of the metaphor for this time that we're living in right now. So he wrote this piece and kind of sent out the call. Singers are not allowed to answer this time. They ruined it at the last service. If you had to guess how many people submitted recordings for virtual choir number 6, how many people do you think sent recordings in? Just take a guess. 5,000, that's a good guess. 1 million. That's a little high, but I like where your heart is. Yeah. How many? 20,000, you're the closest so far, but it's Price is Right, so you went over and you can't win, right? So 17,572 singers from 129 countries, right? There only are 195 countries, right? So that's a really good ratio, right? 17,000 singers participate. And that's how, I think that speaks to how much people needed that connection and that outlet and that way to feel like this thing that we've dedicated so much of our lives to still existed in some kind of way and still meant something and still would find a way to persist, right? And I think that is, again, the meaningful metaphor of this time, that while so many things are being not just eroded, but decimated, erased, that the things that we love and the things that people have fought so hard to create, to shape, to build, to protect, they might need to take new forms. They might need us to find new ways, but we're gonna find new ways, and we're not gonna let them go. And so that's really ultimately why Tad and I decided that this piece belonged in this service, because it's not really just about Eric Whitacre, and it's not really just about a beautiful song, but it's about how we hold on and how the things that are the most important to us can't ever be taken away from us. The worst part of this service is that Tad and I made it so that we would have to talk after the music. That was really dumb, babe. Okay. Okay, thank you, Paul. Paul Austin has always got me. All right. One of the great joys of my work right now is that I'm also serving on the UUA Board of Trustees, which is like hard and sometimes like, oh, we're gonna vote on this budget or like the retirement plan or whatever. But also I get to work alongside the Reverend Ashley Horan and Carrie McDonald and the Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, and like seriously, these people, seriously, if you could just be in a Zoom meeting with those three like luminous beings once in your life, you would feel really blessed, I think. And so I just feel really profoundly grateful that I get to sort of touch into those three ministries as frequently as I get to. So I'm gonna read some words from our UUA president in a moment. So that's what I'm kind of trying to channel right now. Because at times like this, it could be easy to doubt that love is meaningful and that it has any power. But last summer, as a collective body of Unitarian Universalists at our General Assembly, we voted to update our bylaws and the shared values that we hold at the very center of our faith. We affirmed collectively that love is the very foundation of all of the other things that we hold most dear. And long-haul activists tell us the very same thing, that we must fight for what we love. That is a fight that we will stay in, as opposed to fighting against. The actual language in those updated bylaws states that as Unitarian Universalists, we affirm that love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. In a message sent the day after the most recent election, our president, the Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, wrote to us, "What I know, beyond any reasonable doubt, is that we are a sanctuary people. From the powerful efforts of our elders in the middle of the 20th century, through to our congregations and communities offering shelter to migrants today. Whether harbor or Pink Haven, our homes, sanctuaries, and even our national headquarters, that's true, model what it means to offer solidarity, shelter, and asylum. These are times that will be defined by the continued and increased need for organizing and a faithful commitment to mutual aid. I want to invite us all back to what we learned in our earliest understandings of what humanity itself means. We draw our purpose from the call to honor and uphold the non-negotiable sacredness of each and every person, of earth and of all beings, bound up together in an abiding love that rests in the call to justice. So many of us are afraid today, fearful for the safety of our loved ones, and overwhelmed by the public denial of basic human rights. And how could we not be, right? Those are my words, right? I invite us, Reverend Dr. Sophia invites us, I invite us to feel the reality of that concern and to hold one another in our grief. That's what we do here every week. That's why we come here. I also want us to remember how very many others in our UU communities and across the nation share our values. Look to your community partners. Draw on all you have learned. Know that you are never alone. Together, we will rest in the strength of our covenants and bring that love, generosity, sacred witness, and values-driven interdependence to bear as we continue to work toward a future where our liberation is collective and all of our people can count themselves whole. We have a new song to teach you now. It's your turn. The composer of this song, Abby Vetness, is a 3-time cancer survivor. And she's like my age, which is like fewer decades than go on one hand. That's all I really know. But Abby writes, there's a note on this song that says, Abby writes, resilience is a mindset born in the hardest days, when you're scared or sad or tired, when progress toward your goal is slow and the barriers seem impenetrable. And yet you keep going because somewhere deep down, you know that what you're fighting for will be so much better. I'll teach it to you. Don't panic. All right, repeat after me. Resilience, we are strong. Resilience, we are strong. Good. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Good. Resilience, make a new plan. Resilience, make a new plan. Good. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. Great. Now we'll try some bigger chunks, so hold on. Resilience, we are strong. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, we are strong. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. You guys are really good. Resilience, make a new plan. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience, make a new plan. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. Fabulous. Will you rise in body or in spirit? Let's put it all together. 1, 2, here we go. Resilience, we are strong. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan. Stand up again and say, part 2. Resilience, we are strong. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience, we are strong. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience, we are strong. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. One more time. Shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new last time. Again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. Great. Have a seat. Well done.
Each week we remind ourselves of the abundance in our lives and this community by giving half of our plate away to those organizations that share our values. Today, in honor of the power of choir and of singing, half of our plate will be donated to the Vocal Coalition Youth Choirs of Denver, or VOCO for short, whose mission is to strengthen vulnerable, developing young voices and lives through music and healing experiences. Their vision to build confidence in youth to find joy, overcome pain, address injustice, and defy limiting beliefs. At each weekly session, youth experience a unique blend of musical and social emotional instruction that helps them improve their ability to express themselves while supporting their mental health needs. The program prioritizes underserved youth in underserved, under-resourced areas by emphasizing BIPOC art, music, cultures, issues, and collaboration with BIPOC artists. Learn more about Vocal Coalition Youth Choirs at vocalcoalition.org. I should say that this group, Vocal Coalition, was started by a dear friend of mine and Emily's. Travis Branham is his name. Just an interesting kind of journey for him in developing this choir. His initial mission was to bring classical music to inner city kids, basically. It's like he wanted to be a classical music sort of, not apostle, you know the word. Evangelist, there we go. Yeah, and he just reached a point where he realized that A, that wasn't necessary, B, that's not what these kids needed or wanted at that time. And so he wanted to keep music, bring music to kids and use music to help kids in some way. So he just pivoted. He's like, I'm not gonna cling to this thing that I want. And so he changed directions, and he's like, I'm gonna make choir accessible to kids who might not really be interested in traditional choir. And so it's turned into this beautiful, as I read, collaborative thing. They get to work with local artists, hip-hop artists, R&B artists, singer-songwriters, and stuff that they can get really juiced about. And he's changing lives, and it's a wonderful organization. So please give generously, as you so often do. Thank you. There's a big old podium thing in the way, sorry. All right. What do I say? For the work of this fellowship, bringing love, reason, compassion, and justice to this world, And for Vocal Coalition Youth Choirs of Denver, we dedicate our offerings. Thank you. I don't know, where do we put these? Okay. All right. I've not done this before, that part. 10 years, first time collecting the offering. All right. Oh, thanks. All right. We have one more song that we would love to sing for you. This is a song that I wrote, and it is sort of a response to the question, well, it started as what do we need to hear, and it turned into what do I need to hear? And the song is called Fueled by Joy. Yeah, it's just a reminder. It's a reminder that we can still choose to be joyful, and that positive experiences, joy, happiness, laughter, do not betray the seriousness of, the work that needs to be done in this world. That in fact, having that well of joy is a source of fuel. It's necessary to see clearly, to have the energy to do the work that needs to be done. I spent some time at Naropa University in Boulder. I did a religious Tibetan Buddhist studies degree, and one of my teachers there, he was an actual Tibetan Lama named Lama Tempa Gyaltsen, and he just thought it was, as I was writing this song, something that he said, I was reminded of something that he said, that he's like, I don't understand your peace activists. He's like, why are so many peace activists around here so angry? It just struck him that there was a lot of good outward work being done, but maybe not enough attention to the inner work, that can sometimes be neglected. So that's kind of what this song is about, I guess. That's it.
That's not it. One of my beloved queer elders shared something on Facebook, the source of all wisdom. Just kidding. Just kidding. He's in his early 60s, and he has been a very vocal advocate for his community for a very, very long time. And so when he shared this, I found it deeply meaningful, because I knew that while they weren't his words, they were representative of his experience. And so while I don't know the source of the original quote, I imagine them coming from his mouth and from his experience. And the author wrote, "During the darkest days of the AIDS crisis, we buried our friends in the morning, we protested in the afternoon, and we danced all night. The dance kept us in the fight, because it was the dance we were fighting for. It didn't look like we were going to win, and then we did. It doesn't feel like we're going to win now, but we could. We will. So keep fighting. Keep dancing. Don't you know a love fueled by joy? Here come the tenors. They want you to know that you can find your joy. 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 You can even share your we'll make it, can't take it, we'll never forsake it, we'll live it, we'll give it, we'll heal the world with joy, joy, sweet, sweet joy, joy, joy. We are gonna fill the world with joy, 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 joy.
We say some words right now. Okay. Oh, yeah. We'll just look at the screen. Okay. Please join me in our chalice extinguishment words. We extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, nor the energy of action. These we carry in our hearts until we meet again. And now, join hands, reach out to those around you, or not if you don't want to, that's fine too. Sure.
You promised you'd hold my hand during the. I made him promise. Let's take a breath together, friends. It is such an incredible gift to be together. It is such a gift to feel this vibrant love moving in us and among us. This spirit filling this room, filling our hearts, is the spirit, is the force that is changing the world. Through our tears, through our phone calls, through our hugs, through our broken, our beautiful, our beating hearts. Our voices matter. Our singing matters. Our knitting matters. Our baking matters. The planting of seeds matters. It speaks to the relentless nature of our hope and our insistence that love will rise again. We have the chance with every breath, with every interaction, to create the world that we believe in. And every time we meet in this place, we strengthen that resolve. We gather with like-minded folks who remind us that we are never alone. Our service ends and our work continues, ever onward. Amen.
Announcements and things.
But the best is yet to come. You know what? We've got our pledge drive and our announcements. So please have a seat. Just a couple more minutes.
Okay, I guess I'm going first. For our visitors who may think this is kind of a crazy place, it is. But since you live with Emily, you can imagine what a crazy place it might be. So the theme for our pledge drive is the Wizard of Oz. So Toto is climbing the yellow brick road out in the lobby, and he has not made it to the top. So I want to remind even you visitors, if you choose to pledge here, you may do so. We are currently, our goal is $494,000, and we are 6 Sundays and 5 weeks into this, and we're at 422, 423. So we've got roughly 70 to go, almost 80 to go. And we have 60 plus pledgers from last year who haven't yet pledged this year. And I've been told that I am going to have to wear this until we meet our goal. You heard that, Craig. You too. So, and you may remember the very first piece of music we did, the key was hope. It is my hope to stop wearing this within the next 2 weeks.
Good morning, everyone. You know, there's this saying, there's some Zen teacher, somebody can tell me who it was, but there's this phrase, it's after enlightenment, the laundry. So I have to make announcements, and it feels a little bit like after this musical ecstasy, the announcements. So I'm Robin Rathweg. I'm the president of the Board of Trustees here. And first, I do really want to express gratitude for the music. Yay. And special thanks to Emily and the UUCB choir. I really appreciate you being here. It's amazing. Isn't it? It's amazing. And how come a song about joy could make me cry so much? I don't understand, but it was beautiful. And also I want to express thanks for everyone who has pledged. In this time of a lot of uncertainty and doubt, to pledge our minds, our hearts, our courage, our spirits together to say we believe in this fellowship, we believe in this community. It's really important and a lot of hope. So thank you for everyone that does or who will. All right. So the announcements, next Sunday, April 13th, there's going to be a transition forum after the service. It'll be led by Reverend Barbara and supported by the transition team. We're going to be learning about the quality of ministers, the ministerial search. So attend if you're interested in this. If you want to learn, it's a really good opportunity. And BV Can and Together Colorado want to know what keeps you up at night. BV Can is the Boulder Valley Community Action Network that works with Together Colorado, which is a statewide network. It's nonpartisan, multi-faith community that works to place human dignity human dignity at the center of public life. They have a listening campaign that's going to be on May 4th, and you can tell them what keeps you up at night. And if you can't wait till then, Julie McKenzie, who's right back here, she's waving, she's going to be at the Fellowship Hall. She'll be staffing a table there. So you can let her know what's keeping you up at night. Thank you very much. Please, is there another, there isn't any more music, right? Okay. So you're free to go and eat bagels. Bye.
Can I have, I'm sorry, there's one more announcement. It's okay.
Stop. Sit back down. Sit back down. Sit back down.
Sorry.
And listen to the next amazing musical performance.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, the next amazing musical performance is going to happen at about 11:45-ish, where we're having the free, there's a marimba band concert. Chupenga is coming to perform. So go get some snacks and then come back. Janet Meyer's band is going to perform some Zimbabwean marimba music for us. You don't want to miss that. All right, bagel time.